All right, boys, what's up? How we doing? If you guys could let me know if you could hear me, that would obviously be much appreciated. Other than that, we'll get this going. Had to update Jimmy to the Heat. The Rockets fans, Lil Saint BB coming in clutch. Thank you for the donation, man. We're starting this off right away. Basically, this is not going to be 2K. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Again, just want to make sure the audio is good. And most of the time, my audio is very, very messed up. But yeah, this is not going to be a rebuild, nothing like that. Not a realistic rebuild, not a fake rebuild. Basically, just going to be putting up a lot of gameplay in the background and giving my thoughts. I'm going to be talking with you guys in the comment section. Basically, going through Twitter about every 4 seconds. Sorry, I didn't mean to let it go into demo mode. But yeah, it's going to be my thoughts on free agency. If you guys want to let me know right now what you want to hear me talk about first in the comment section, feel free to let me know. I will hop right on that. I'm going to honestly just put some gameplay up in the background for you guys with the new teams in the NBA. Yeah, let's just hop right into it, man. I'm so butthurt right now that Al Horford, no longer a member of the Celtics, man went to Philadelphia. If you guys ever want to know what roster I use for my rebuilds, this is it. That's the user ID. He's literally in the live stream right now. Makes absolutely without a doubt the best rosters for the offseason, updated roster, stuff like that. So 2019 offseason, rookies, ages, everything's probably pretty close to updated at this point. I mean, Lil Saint BB, you grind, man, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you. So this isn't really going to matter. I'm literally just going to put up gameplay of whatever team. Let's just do the Nets because why not? I mean, they literally just signed 2 absolute superstars in free agency. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I'm literally just going to put the gameplay in the background, and that's about going to be it. I don't need any draft classes, anything like that. So, is it updated? Yep. DeAndre Jordan's on this team as well. I like it, man. I like it. So, yeah, this is going to probably be what the new look Nets are looking like. I'm going to throw KD in there right now just for some gameplay. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, but just for now, he's going to be in there. I do want to play a home game, so we'll actually do this game against the Knicks. I actually do want to make sure I am on 12-minute quarters, though. Yeah, let me just bump this up to 12 just because we need some gameplay in the background while we're doing this, so I'll hop right in. Oh, boy. Yeah, this was quite the night so far. Yeah, Al Horford's a Sixter. Jesus. Al Horford is a 76er, yeah. I'm well aware it hurts. It stings in every single way, shape, or form. Not much I can do, though, so. What jerseys do I want to rock? What are these Cities jerseys? Those City jerseys are low-key pretty clean. If I can just give the Knicks, like. I'll let the Knicks throw on. We will give the New York Knicks. What do I want to give them? We'll give them their statement jerseys. That's what it's going to be. Donation coming in. Jesus Christ, who keeps donating? Whoever you keeps donating. Lil Saint BB sent one again. Shoobs donating one. Did they announce the full trade for Butler, or is it Richardson for Butler straight up? I don't know if the full thing's out yet. Mathematically it can't work straight up, so there has to be something else in there. I'm gonna fix this gameplay and I'll get right to talking to you guys about this. I'm probably gonna be live for about half an hour to 45 minutes. I'm gonna just edit this, starting lineup, stuff like that. So, you okay with Kemba over Kyrie? I wanted Kyrie Irving to stay. Am I happy that he's gone? No. Am I mad that he's gone? No. It's kind of like one of those situations. Buy yourself a junior chicken, big boy. Thank you for the donation, Blades. It means a lot. I don't know if I'm going to buy a chicken with that, but yeah, I'm pretty much just going to let this load. I'm going to just hop into this, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not on either side. If we can do this. Josh Richardson for Butler, that's a trade. I don't think that can mathematically work straight up. Drogic's going to Dallas. Okay, I need to seriously keep myself on Twitter right now. Where am I going? Did he really? I don't know if that's official yet. I still can't believe Kevin Durant is literally a Knick. It's literally nuts. It's the craziest thing I've actually ever seen. But we're just going to watch the gameplay of this pretty much. We can hop right into this and let me know what you want me to talk about and stuff like that. The trade's official? Which trade's official? I don't know. Can they mathematically trade Jimmy Butler? Isn't Josh Richardson making like $16 million a year or something? Josh Richardson, that's it? Okay. Dragic going. Dragic. Okay, so Dragic's actually going to Dallas. That's like official now. Is it really? I have no idea. As a Knicks fan, I want to die and I'll come back in 2 years. Honestly, Julius Randle's a good signing. I know it's not what you had in mind for this offseason, but it definitely could have been worse than what it is. So definitely, I mean, you could have ended up with like Nikola Mirotic. That could have been it. So it's not great. I know as a Knicks fan, it probably sucks right now, but at least you know what? Julius Randle's good. You're definitely probably gonna have cap space next year and the year after that, because I don't really see you guys signing any big free agents. So Butler trade made the Tobias deal better, but they have a decent pick in 2020 now. That's true. Let's see. Back to the comments here. Jimmy Butler's a member of the Heat. I do know that. Honestly, if he wanted to play either there or Houston, he's going to get his way. That's kind of what the NBA is today. Guys kind of get to play where they want, or they sit out, or they request a trade, and they just kind of slump. It's stuff like that. So good for the 76ers for getting max value. I mean, I'll give a little bit my thoughts on the 76ers right now. I'm pissed. I'm so mad Al Horford is gone. He was honestly like the leader of our team as a Celtics fan. We needed him. I feel like that was one of our only hopeful ways of potentially winning a championship in the next 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. But yeah, it sucks he's gone. It sucks even more that he's literally with one of our biggest rivals, especially in the Eastern Conference with the 76ers. Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Joel Embiid. That is going to be absolutely insane next year. I honestly think the 76ers can make a serious, legitimate run at the NBA championship next year, especially because Kevin Durant is out for all of next year. Gameplay's laggy. Yeah, the gameplay is probably going to be pretty laggy. I'm sorry, there's not much I can do about it just because, I mean, it's on a stream and it's probably going to go pretty slow. So, it's really laggy. Okay, here's what I can do. Let me see. I think, yeah, I can make my face cam bigger. Oh, wait, nope, didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Where am I going? Webcam. Honestly, here, I'll put my webcam right in the middle of the screen. Is this better? Do you guys want to see my webcam right in the middle of the screen? Honestly, would that be better than? Let me lock the webcam. Would you rather see that than have like the laggy gameplay in the background and you guys can just have it chilling there if you want? I don't know. I guess that's all I can really offer you guys right now. My face looks very large on the screen, which it normally does not. So yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. You guys can just get some background gameplay. Malcolm Brogdon, the Pacers, that was a great signing by them. It was kind of a sign and trade, but honestly, good for them. Thank God they didn't sign Ricky Rubio. That would have just been awful for the contract that he got. Russell potentially to Minnesota, play with Cat and Culver. I would love it if D'Angelo Russell went to Minnesota. Actually, if you guys didn't notice, if you didn't see my tweet, go follow me on Twitter, by the way. If you don't, it's at @massa_YT. I'm actually making a video. It's not going to be a rebuild. It's going to be an NBA talk video of basically me explaining how the Nets turned around their whole franchise in like 5-ish years. So I tweeted out the thumbnail for that. If you guys are excited to see that, feel free to let me know. Where's Kawhi going? I personally think Kawhi should. If I were him, I would go back to Toronto on a 1-year deal. I mean, just so the fans are never going to hate him because he literally brought that franchise a championship. But like, I don't know. I would think maybe you could potentially even make another run. Like, honestly, you really could. I mean, KD's not playing next year. Celtics, I mean, are looking decent. I don't know if they're really going to compete with the Raptors, though. 76ers are obviously good, but I honestly think Kawhi Leonard, unless he signs with the Lakers, which is, if he signs with the Lakers, it's done. I mean, NBA champions right there. But I think he should either go to the Raptors or the Lakers. And I personally think it's feeling like as of late, it's going to be the Lakers just because we're not really hearing anything. I know it came out that he said he's going to announce it tomorrow. What I'm more nervous about is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, the reports were out like yesterday or 2 days ago. He was going to get the Supermax. He was going to sign it at 6:01 p.m., and we haven't heard a peep about him yet. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Back to the tweets. Yeah, 76ers signed Al Horford. That sucks. Master, you from the South Shore? Yes, I am. Unofficial Aaron Baines fan club is funny. I know, it's hilarious. It sucks that that's like not about like a Celtics player anymore because it was so awesome when it was. But what are you gonna do? Check Timberwolves Twitter. Oh, okay. So the Mavericks actually did get Goran Dragic. I don't know why I didn't see a Woj tweet for that, or maybe one just didn't come out. I'll check the Timberwolves Twitter. See what's on there. Timberwolves Twitter latest tweet is for agencies. That was 3 hours ago. Yeah, they haven't tweeted in 3 hours, so I don't really think the team's actual Twitter account will announce trades. It's obviously like Woj or their reporters first. Jazz, hell of an offseason for the Utah Jazz. I mean, Mike Conley, Bojan Bogdanovic, the progression of Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. They still have the boy Joe Ingles coming off the bench probably, unless Bogdanovic plays the tall ball 4, which I think he did in Indiana a lot, so he probably could. That is definitely competing for an NBA championship next year. That is at the bare minimum the Western Conference semifinals, and I honestly think they very well could make a run at the Western Conference finals. I mean, that would be crazy. I mean, if Houston can figure out its shit and do something there, I think that'll definitely help, but It'll be interesting. Definitely interesting to see how that happens. But yeah, great, unbelievable offseason for the Utah Jazz. I just said check Twitter because it sounded like, oh, okay. Stephen A. Smith's reaction. No, I saw the video. I didn't watch it. I'm sure he's pissed, but I mean, he was also pissed about the Knicks drafting Porzingis in 2015, so can't be that mad. I mean, the Knicks are the Knicks, but still, they should have done something. And the fact that they didn't give Kevin Durant a maximum contract because they're worried about his Achilles is just ridiculous. You're not a franchise at the moment. You're a very, very large franchise, and you're a very historic franchise. But at the moment, you're not somebody who can really be playing picky, especially when it comes to a top 3, top 2 player in the world in Kevin Durant. You can't be like, no, I'm not going to give you a full max contract because I'm worried about your Achilles. Like, it just makes no sense. I don't understand that. That's just the Knicks front office not being smart after they had made several very smart moves, except for trading Porzingis, which I still don't agree with because I think they assumed they were getting both Kyrie and Kevin Durant. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Bradley Beal to the Heat, is that a thing? Or please tell me that's not a actual trade. Oh, was it a 3-team deal with the Heat, 76ers, and Mavericks? Okay, would that make more sense? I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. So the Miami got Jimmy Butler, the Sixers got Josh Richardson, the Mavericks get Goran Dragic. There's probably more coming. The math actually doesn't work. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you are too, bro. Sorry for donating instead of running chat. We think Al Horford and Rich were a better fit than Butler. And sorry. Do I think Al Horford and Josh Richardson are better? I mean, it's definitely. I mean, Jimmy Butler was. I wouldn't know if he was the primary ball handler and took the most shots, but I think definitely allowing a guy like Ben Simmons to get more shots. I mean, not that he really shoots, but like more transitions to the basket. Al Horford's an unbelievable pick and roll player. Not that Ben Simmons can really shoot a mid-range jumper. But Al Horford's the kind of guy that makes an impact without scoring the basketball. He's unbelievable on the defensive end of the ball. He's unbelievable facilitator of the ball, and he's a top 2, top 3 passing big men in the league. So I love that. I think Josh Richardson's a totally underrated player in this league. Not that he's really going to get to shine in Philadelphia because obviously they now have borderline 4 all-stars on their team and him. So I don't know if he's going to shine, but he's going to be a great role player, and I know he can also guard point guards, which is going to be obviously really, really big for them because Simmons, I mean, he can kind of cover point guards, but like, he can't cover like Kyrie. I mean, he probably can't really cover Steph either. So I think one thing that's low-key hurting the 76ers a lot that people aren't realizing yet is the fact that they lost J.J. Redick, an absolutely one of the best three-point shooters in the league, spread the floor for them so much. And not that they still can't spread the floor. I mean, Al Horford can spread the floor as a big man. Embiid's working on his three-point shot, which is great. But I think you needed somebody like that to come off the bench. But, free agency isn't over. I mean, we're still live here. Al Horford is signed with the New York Knicks. I don't think so. Could be me, but I don't think so. D Rose to the Pistons, yeah. Honestly, good for them getting a point guard that's gonna give them ticket sales, which is like obviously huge because I mean I don't know how many people are really going to Pistons games nowadays, but yeah, that's big. They obviously still have some really bad contracts. The Reggie Jackson one isn't great. If they could maybe look to move him, that would be ideal probably and get D Rose as many minutes as possible. But he's still a little injury prone, which does suck. Because I really want D Rose to make a serious comeback and be on a team that's going to compete for a championship. But in the next 2 years, the Pistons are not going to be competing for a championship. So looks like that ship has sailed, unfortunately. Who do you want at center for the Celtics? At the moment, if their current team, I don't want Daniel Tice. I want Robert Williams. And that's the way it is. I mean, I'm sure they literally have to go sign somebody in free agency or make a trade. I mean, I know theoretically now, I saw this somewhere. I don't know if this is true. That the fact that the Kemba Walker and Terry Rozier, technically now it's a sign and trade. I saw somewhere that might mean they don't have to renounce the rights on Marcus Morris, which could leave them to do a sign and trade with the Houston Rockets for Clint Capella. Will that happen? Probably not, but it's a very interesting thing to kind of think about and just see if Clint Capella could somehow end up on this team without them trading either Marcus Smart or Gordon Hayward. I don't want them to trade Gordon Hayward. I honestly think he's due for a bounce back year. Especially now with Al Horford leaving as well. I mean, he takes up a large amount of the minutes, whether he's playing the power forward spot or the center position. Gordon Hayward can play a lot of small ball for, and I think it's going to be very exciting. It's laggy. I know it's like, is my face cam laggy or is the gameplay laggy? Because the gameplay is definitely going to be laggy. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry. New Look Sixers rebuild definitely will be coming out soon. I mean, I obviously have so many videos to make, and I'm actually really excited for it. Tomorrow, obviously going to be a Kevin Durant and a Kyrie Irving Knicks rebuild. After that, if Kawhi Leonard announces, I'm probably going to do one of those. Unless he re-signs with the Raptors, then, I mean, I'll get to it eventually, but that's not going to be, like, breaking news. I mean, it is breaking news, but that's not, like, very fun to watch. I'm kind of looking for new things. Jimmy Butler on the Miami Heat definitely will be coming out soon. Other than that, I don't know. New Look Sixers is probably at the top of my bracket. I do want to, oh, wow, good assist to RJ Barrett. I do want to do a New Look Jazz rebuild as well, but I'm probably going to wait for that. Celtics are donezo. You guys are losers like the Knicks. Okay, what? That's all right. Guess the Knicks fans are still mad. Would I like Enes Kanter on the Celtics? I would love that. I would love Enes Kanter on the Celtics. I think he'd be a great fit. I don't know how much money he's going to cost. Hopefully not a ton of money. I think he could be a really good fit, though, because he doesn't demand the ball too much, can play okay defense, but most importantly, the dude can rebound the basketball, and that's what we're going to need. A lot. Hayward going to be nice at the point forward, and Kemba play off ball too. That would be nice. Like, honestly, I would be totally fine with that. I mean, I don't really know who's going to be our primary ball handler if Kemba's kind of playing the off ball too. I would assume, I don't really know, because I could have said at one point maybe Al Horford, but I don't really know. I think Kemba's going to probably be the primary ball handler for a long time, or just for the majority of the season. That's the way I would assume it. I mean, maybe if Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum can kind of work in and get more touches, then that could work out. No Klay yet. That's what I'm saying. Klay Thompson's deal was supposed to be done at 601 with a Supermax. Is the dude changing his mind because Kevin Durant left? I mean, anything can happen. We're in a crazy league here. $2 billion in contracts in the first 4 hours of free agency. That is insane. That is literally nuts. Klay is staying with Golden State. I know. I thought he was too, but what do you want me to do? I mean, I think if he was definitely going to stay, don't you think he would have signed by now? I feel like that's just kind of an obvious thing, and I mean, the man hasn't signed by now, so maybe some rumors will come out. Probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow. I mean, I'm probably going to be up to like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning just to see what ends up happening. So I got a long night ahead of me. I also got to make like 2 or 3 videos. Not that I'm like going anywhere. I just want to get them all done and out. Kawhi ain't going anywhere. I hope he doesn't. I personally think he should stay in Toronto. I hope he does. Oh, wow, good pass. Thank you, Sport Monster. Means a lot. What do you think the Sixers starting lineup will be? Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, Embiid. That would be my guess, unless they go out and sign somebody. James Dolan just made a Twitter. Didn't James Dolan have a Twitter? I could have sworn. Who signed the full max? Klay? Klay did? I don't think he is. I don't think Klay Thompson signed the full max. I feel like I would have saw something about that. No, I mean, there's nothing here on Klay Thompson. I'm not seeing anything. Malcolm Brogdon, the Pacers, I gave my kind of thoughts on that. I think it's a great signing for them. I would much rather have them sign Malcolm Brogdon, who's young, won Rookie of the Year, than a Ricky Rubio, a Derrick Rose. I think he's going to more fit their timeline with Sabonis, guys like Miles Turner. I think it's just a way better fit than if they went and signed a veteran point guard. If you were to trade for Miles Turner, what would you give? If the Celtics personally trade for Miles Turner, I think mathematically that Marcus Smart has to be in there, which I don't want. I want to keep Marcus Smart for his whole career. I really, really do. Especially because he's on such a nice contract. He's not getting paid like $22 million a year, which is literally perfect. But I don't really know. I don't think Miles Turner is getting traded from the Pacers. I think they really like him. I think they're really high on him, as they should be, because he's a really good center. Other than that, though, I don't know. I'm just waiting, just like the rest of you guys. New Look Bulls rebuild, it'll probably come out, I would say probably a week and a half to 2 weeks, honestly. I mean, I have a ton of videos to get out, not to sound like an asshole, but more important ones than the New Look Bulls. Who's in the Butler trade? I think at the moment, Goran Dragic went to the Mavericks. Jimmy Butler went to the Heat, obviously, and then Josh Richardson went to the 76ers. I think that's it. I'm not positive. Somebody in the comment section wants to comment on that, then feel free. I think the Celtics should target Capella right away. Same. I really think they do. Dude, Jesus Christ. This is why I need to turn off goddamn notifications for Adam Schefter on Twitter. I mean, there's just nothing in the world that he could possibly be tweeting about right now that I need to know. There's nothing. Thaddeus Young going to the Bulls. I think it's great. What is that crazy stat he has? I know what it is. But he has some crazy stat that's like he's one of like, yeah, players with 800 games average 13.5 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1.9 or 1.4 steals, 49% from the field, 49% of field goals, and 30% from the three. Is Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Thad Young. No, obviously that's a joke. Well, it's not a joke. It's serious, but like, I think Thad Young's a great signing. He was loved in Indiana. I know that. I think he's going to be a great piece to kind of teach a little bit to Wendell Carter Jr., to Larry Markkinen. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. I forget what the contract was. I hope it wasn't that bad. They still do have that Otto Porter contract, which isn't great. Do you think the Celtics could 3-4? Do you think the Celtics could 3-4 All-Stars? Hope so. What do you mean 3-4 All-Stars? Oh, could they have 3-4 All-Stars? I think Kemba will probably be one in the Eastern Conference. Maybe Tatum. I don't know about Brown. If Hayward has a crazy bounce back year, which, I mean, people forget it took Paul George 2 years to get back to being Paul George. And everybody's like, as soon as Gordon Hayward comes out and averages like 12 points, everybody's like, nope, he sucks, overpaid, worst deal in NBA history. Like, it took Paul George a minute too. I'm not saying he did it at this slow of a pace, but it did take him some time. Let's just remember that. I think it's more because people hate Celtics fans, and I mean, I don't blame you. We're assholes. Do you think Chris Paul will get traded? If some WNBA team is willing to take him, I'm sure the Rockets would be happy to move him. I don't know if he's going to get, or if the Rockets are going to be able to find a trade partner. I don't know what you would get for him. It's nuts, whatever it is. Is D'Lo going to Lakers? I think if they don't get Kawhi, he's going to try. I think that's mostly part of the reason why he's waiting for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves also do have to clear up a lot of cap space, including, I think they're going to try to move Wiggins. If they can't do that, they're probably going to get some mix of Jeff Teague and Gorgie Jang in there for a trade, which most likely a pick would have to be attached to both. Because when you look at Wiggins, yeah, it's a bad contract, and there's 3 years left on it, 4 years. DeAndre Jordan has agreed to a 4-year, $40 million deal with the Nets. Well, good thing he's already in my gameplay right here. That's not really shocking. How on God's green earth do they have that much cap space? I mean, that's nuts. Do they really? 10 mil left per year? That's nuts. That's crazy. I mean, everybody knew DeAndre Jordan was going in Nets. I think that was pretty obvious one right there. D Rose's deal. It's not bad. Hey, I want to start making a rebuilding channel. Give it a shot, man. What do I need to make thumbnails? I would say get good with Photoshop. For the past 3 videos, I have somebody making my thumbnails. He does a great job. If you guys want to know, feel free to shoot me a DM on Twitter. I'm not just going to shoot his name out on here for all of you guys just to DM him for no reason. Apparently, from seeing Twitter, Olynyk might be going to Philly and Miami on the verge of completing a deal for Beal. Are you serious? If Miami can do that, dude, oh my God. That's nuts. That would be crazy if they get Bradley Beal and Jimmy Butler. I don't know what the hell they would give up to the Wizards for that. Wiggins should be traded. I know. He really should. It's going to be hard. Like, maybe a team like the Charlotte Hornets. Take a risk on him. Like, seriously, what do you have to lose? You're literally probably on the verge of getting your franchise relocated at this point. It's absolutely nuts. But, yeah, they need to find some young team. Maybe the Knicks will take him. No, I'm kidding. The Knicks would never take him. I don't think, anyways. What else is going on? Where's D'Lo going? I think the Timberwolves. If the Timberwolves can't clear up cap space, then I think the Lakers, if they don't get Kawhi, obviously. Other than that, I have no goddamn idea. Where's D'Lo? I just answered that. Because the Nets are wise and unlike the garbage Celtics. Okay. How many championships does your team have? Okay, just a thought. Wolves, where do you think Pat Beverly goes? My whole thing, the whole free agency, as soon as the Lakers made that trade for Anthony Davis, is do not sign a third star. The Warriors are hurt. You're clearly the favorite in the West. There's no need to load up. Why not build a bench with great players? When you look at a team like the Toronto Raptors, they had 1 superstar. The Lakers alone already have 2. The Raptors got a bunch of really good role players. Kyle Lowry at one point was a borderline like all-star star player. Kind of fell off a little bit, but still played super well in the playoffs, above average for how people expected Kyle Lowry. Then they went out and traded for Marc Gasol, who, again, not in his prime by any means, but is still a really solid, serviceable player. Serge Ibaka, Fred VanVleet already played out of his mind. I mean, the point there is to build a bench. And going out and signing Kawhi Leonard, yeah, it'll help you, but who's your bench? These guys can't play 48 minutes a night, and, yeah, you'll go out and dominate when those 3 are on the floor, but, I don't know. That's just my thought. I think Pat Beverly should be signed by the Lakers. Bulls are also another option for that. What do you think about Dragic going to the Mavs? I know he's not their first pick for point guard, but I think that's a great take. I think he'll be a great mentor for Luka Doncic. He's a very good ball handling point guard. Can score the basketball as well. I think Doncic does need a little bit of help with that. But other than that, Luka Doncic is in line to lead that franchise for the next 10 to 15 years. It's going to be nuts. Kawhi, I've kind of already given my thoughts. I personally think he's going to... Oh God, you see, Woj, when you do this, free agents Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are taking less than max value under DeAndre Jordan signed $10 million annually. And Mike Korzema just uploaded a video. Kevin Durant made his worst decision of his life. He's a Bulls fan. Why is he salty about it? I don't think it was a bad decision at all. That's what I literally said. Emilio Stark's already on it, man. I don't even... What the hell? It's not a bad decision. If you were a Knicks fan, I would kind of understand the saltiness a little bit. But he's a Bulls fan, isn't he? I thought he was, at least. Why isn't the Klay deal official? I have no idea. That's what I'm waiting for. My only thought is he could potentially change his mind. That's my literally only thought at this point. It would be done by now. Like, clearly the Warriors said they're going to give him the Supermax, and that was with the possibility of Kevin Durant coming back. Now that Kevin Durant is gone, you 150,000% have got to give him the Supermax. I don't know what you are doing. I mean, clearly it's probably been offered. The only thing I can come up with in my mind is that they're kind of changing his mind, or he's kind of changing his mind on that and is considering going somewhere else, perhaps like the Clippers, to kind of lead his own team. But that's it. Magic trade Vucevic to Celtics for Smart and Grizzlies pick. Vucevic signed, I believe, a $100 million contract for 4 years. I do not believe they can trade him for, I think, like 60 days or something like that, because it was not a sign and trade contract that he signed. Other than that, by Mad Celtics. I don't know what that means. The score in the background is hilarious. Yeah. Thanks for all the donations, Shubes, by the way. You're on your way to being a mod. Woj tweeted again. Did he really? Oh, it's the one I read out loud. That's what it was. Back to this. Why Lakers should be like the Celtics? Look at the Celtics. You guys literally the deepest team last year and still got bombs. Oh yeah, build a trio. Yeah, that's definitely smart. I was saying look at who won the NBA Finals. I literally gave you a perfect example of the Raptors, who have one superstar and went and won an NBA Finals. But hey, don't listen to me. Just see what happens. We got to watch the next video to find out what he means. I don't know what you mean by that. My video. Oh yeah, it'll probably be coming out in about a week or so. I have to wait for the rest of free agency. But yeah, I basically have like a scripted like NBA talk video about how like the Brooklyn Nets franchise has changed over the past 5 years. How it was like going to be a dumpster fire, and they build it to what it is now. I guess today after those 2 huge free agent signings. Klay isn't eligible for the Supermax. I'm pretty sure he is. Is he really not? I thought he was. If somebody else can let me know that in the comment section. I'm really sure Klay Thompson was. And Beater Horford at the 4. Definitely Al Horford. He's a way better 4 than he is a 5. I mean, he's really good defensively either way. But I think Al Horford should definitely play the power forward position. Klay would be a nice fit in the Lakers. That would be nuts. That would definitely be nuts. Beal trade would involve Winslow and Hardaway to the Wizards. What? You think the Celtics are contending next year? I mean, I think they're going to be. I mean, if Kawhi Leonard goes back to the Raptors are probably still. Them or the 76ers are favored to win the East. Then you obviously got the Bucks, who are only getting better year by year. They did lose Malcolm Brogdon, though that hurts. Chris Middleton is overpaid. I don't care what you say. Paying $85 million was it for Chris Middleton is ridiculous. It's nuts. Totally unfathomable in my opinion. You should have re-signed Malcolm Brogdon over Chris Middleton. That's my thought. And then maybe gone out and get a couple other middle level free agents just because you would have had some cap space still. But yeah, I think the Celtics are definitely in the top 4 of the Eastern Conference next year. Pacers are also looking super nice. They could definitely sneak their win there. Maybe top 5, something like that. So I definitely think they could. Hornets tanking or what? They kind of have to. They don't really have. Oh, Klay is not. Oh, so Klay's not eligible for the Supermax. Okay, Klay is not eligible. Okay. But still a max contract. I thought they said he was going to sign it. $178 million for Chris is just ridiculous. It's nuts. Love your vids. Thank you, Max. Horford and Embiid to play the 4. I think Horford already said that. Best teams and the worst teams in the NBA next year. Best team, I'm going to say, well, it depends on what the Lakers do. If the Lakers sign a bench, actually, I guess it really doesn't matter. I would say Lakers best, worst, Hornets. That would just be my opinion at the moment. Back to this. If the Lakers don't get Kawhi, should they go for role players? Yes. The only way I would have gone for a big 3 is if you get Kawhi or if you get Kyrie Irving. Other than that, no. Build a bench. Look at what the Raptors did. It works. Trust me, it works. Woj tweeted again, but he's just retweeting Bobby Marks. Danny Green to Philly would be unbelievable. Oh, my God. That would be such a good signing. I don't know. Is that official or is that a... Is that official or did somebody just say that? If Danny Green's actually in Philly, that'd be nuts. I don't think that happened yet. I don't think so. Philly is stacked. Philly's nuts. Celtics should trade Brown and some picks for like Beal. For one, stop trying to build through the draft and have some balls. Well, mathematically, I believe Bradley Beal is making $25 million a season and Jaylen Brown's making like $7 million. So math doesn't work on that, but thank you for your opinion. Katie and Irving taking less than max. I know. I mean, it's crazy the fact that it happened, but hey, good for them. They both want to win a ring. Good for them. I mean, not that they both don't have, I know they both have rings, but you know what I mean by that. Patrick Beverley is Celtics. I would take that. I mean, I do want to see Carson Edwards play a little bit behind Kemba Walker, but if Kemba wants to play like the off ball too, hey, do whatever you want. Back to this. Suns are going to be worse next year. I think it's Suns and the Charlotte. I mean, neck and neck. Suns, they had a horrible offseason so far. I cannot wait for the day Devin Booker requests a trade, because if I were him, I would do that like right now. That franchise. Drafting Cam Johnson and trading for Dario Saric. Are you serious? Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. Predict the 2020 NBA champions. At the moment, I'm going to go with Lakers. My opinion definitely could be changed to the Philadelphia 76ers, though. DeAndre starting at center for the Nets. That'll be interesting to see if they want to slide Jarrett Allen down to the 4 position. I definitely think DeAndre should probably start and maybe come off the bench. The Nets, have a backup big man besides Jarrett Allen right now. I really like Jarrett Allen. I think he should start, but I don't know if he can play the 4. Elton Brand, a top 5 GM. He's doing pretty well. He's definitely doing pretty well this offseason so far. Oh, shut up, Anna Horford. Don't you tweet right now when I'm crying over your brother leaving. Suns should sign Rozier. Rozier is already a Charlotte Hornet. What do you think the Lakers should do? They should build a bench. Randall would have been a good fit for the Suns. He very well would have, but nope. What do you think DeAndre for minimum? It's not minimum. It's $10 million a year for 4 years. So it's $40 million for 4 years, so $10 million a year. The Suns can't trade Rubio, so stop saying that. I don't think I said that. Suns going to get Chris Paul. Oh, my God. Imagine Chris Paul in Phoenix. He would be so mad. It wouldn't even be funny. I'm probably going to be live streaming for about another 10 minutes. So if you guys do have any final questions, feel free to get them out right now. I'm pretty sure Anna Horford. Are you sure? Is he real? I thought Anna Horford. No, Anna Horford is the sister of Al Horford. Is he not? Could somebody please let me know that down? I'm pretty sure. Oh, another donation. Oh, Jesus, Shubes. Showing $10. No problem, but we've been talking on Twitter. I want to put a bit of comment about this. Support one of my smart people. I don't know how I feel the Sixers off season right now. My team. Sixers had a great off season. Huge shout out to you, man. You've literally done it. What is that at this point? It's like $16 you've done, or $15 you've done at this point. You don't. That's totally unnecessary. Of course, I appreciate any donations, but you don't have to leave donations for me to answer your comments. But of course, I appreciate it. Sixers had an unbelievable offseason. I would definitely say it was in the top 3. I would say Nets were obviously first. That's crazy. Sixers are right in there. I mean, Al Horford. It does suck losing Jimmy Butler, but I mean, what are you gonna do? The Jazz are definitely up there. Obviously, the Lakers with Anthony Davis, but free agency wise, obviously. Anna Horford is his sister. I knew that. Jesus, you're trying to make me feel dumb in here in the comments section. Good God. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do this. Let's say we'll give it 5 more minutes. Free agent Ed Davis has agreed to a 2-year, $10 million with the Utah Jazz. Interesting. The rich get richer, I guess, there in Utah. Oh boy, best looking jerseys in the NBA. That is a good one. It sucks because I'm a Celtics fan, but I love the Lakers jerseys. I literally feed for them. What else is there? I love the Raptors like red jerseys that it just says like North right here. I love those. Those are also clean as fuck. Where do I think Cousins will go? Maybe do the Mavericks have cap space for him? I think the Mavericks would be a great fit for him. If not, you want to come take our mid-level exception here in Boston? We could use a real asshole like you who can rebound the ball. Pacers, great offseason. I mean, I think the only thing that could have been better for them if they were be able to sign D'Angelo Russell, which I don't think is really happening anymore at this point. So they had a great offseason. Other than that, I mean, Malcolm Brogdon was a great sign and trade piece for them. And then honestly, Jeremy Lamb's a really good free agent signing as well. What should the Rockets do? Pray. Other than that, I don't know. Work on a trade of some sort. I mean, something's not working. If you can get Chris Paul off your team by any means necessary, do it. I don't really care what contract you take back. That's definitely a top 2, top 3 worst contract in the NBA. Mavs have $29 million. Yeah, they could go out and sign DeMarcus Cousins. That would be a great signing for them. DeRozan just got traded. Don't you tease me like that. No, he did not. No, he didn't. There's no way. Yeah, no, he didn't. Don't do that. I hope the Wizards trade Bradley Beal. I honestly do. Nobody's taking on John Wall either. Maybe the Rockets and the Wizards do a swap of John Wall and Chris Paul. Imagine that. That would be nuts. Devin Booker should request a trade. Worst team in the NBA, I already said. I think it's the Hornets. Top 4 in the East right now in no order. Well, it obviously depends if Kawhi resigns. If Kawhi does resign, Raptors, 76ers, Bucks. I guess it's kind of between the Pacers and the Celtics. I'm going to go Celtics because I'm a homer. But if Kawhi does leave, then 76ers, Bucks, Celtics, Pacers. That would be my opinion. I'm probably forgetting a team, but I don't know. The Nets. Dumb. Put the Nets in there right now. Put the Nets above the Celtics and the Pacers. Put them in there. Even with Kyrie alone, I honestly think they're better. But that's just my opinion. Celtics just signed Nick Stauskas. Are you all fucking with me right now, or are you kidding? I don't like it if you're kidding with me right now. It's not funny. Especially with my Celtics. Can't be doing that. You just can't be doing that. You think Chemos will flourish in Boston systems like IT did if he can be an All-NBA caliber player for sure? I definitely think he could. I mean, the guy reminds me a lot of Isaiah Thomas in Boston. Just a guy with no attitude, cares about basketball, loves playing basketball, and is literally just he wants to win. He really just wants to win, and more than anything he does. So I'm going to answer about 5 more questions, then we are going to go offline for the night. I want to get back to tweeting and stuff like that. But go follow me on Twitter if you guys do not. Link is in the description. It's at @Massa_YT. I'll go for 5 more questions. First one's from Parker. Does Romeo Langford get minutes this year? One of the most underrated prospects this year, in my opinion. I think he will. I think he really, really should get minutes, whether that's coming up being the backup small forward off the bench. I know Marcus Smart's probably going to play the majority of those backup shooting guard minutes. Then I'm going to assume Carson Edwards is going to get a lot of the backup point guard minutes. But I want Romeo Langford to get minutes. I want him to develop. The dude was literally a top 5 prospect in the 2019 draft class, not free agency, before he got an injured, and I think he tore a tendon in his thumb right that and something and couldn't shoot. So the dude's a good shooter. He was really good in high school. He ended up staying home, went to the University of Indiana. He is from Indiana, so shocking, I know, but I think he can honestly be something special in this league. I'm a Heat fan. Thoughts on Jimmy Butler and the Heat? Great move for them. Honestly, they need a star. They really do. I mean, Dwayne Wade's now obviously retired. Hassan Whiteside's a former shell of what he was. Obviously, we're very much past the days of LeBron and Chris Bosh there. They need to make some sort of move, and Jimmy Butler is a great move. It does suck they have to give up Josh Richardson. They could have maybe gave up like Adebayo and like Kelly Olynyk. That probably would have been better, but there's no way for that to happen. But I think Josh Richardson is obviously a very important piece, but Jimmy Butler will slide in that role very, very nicely. What's happening? Kemba Walker tears his ACL. Okay. What happens if anybody tears their ACL? They're probably out for a whole year. Winners and losers of the day. Number 1 loser, got to be the New York Knicks. Without a doubt, not giving Kevin Durant a max contract is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Big winners, obviously the Brooklyn Nets. I would say the Utah Jazz are also big winners. The Indiana Pacers are big winners. Some other losers, I haven't really seen any team that's gotten like screwed in free agency besides the Knicks. If you guys have any, let me know. I'm trying to think, and I really can't. 3 more questions. Where do you think Bradley Beal will be traded if he does get traded? I think Bradley Beal in Oklahoma City would be a great fit. I don't know if they're going to do that, but a big 3 of Russ, Beal, and Paul George would be absolutely unbelievable. That would be where I would assume he would get traded right now. If the Heat can somehow work out a trade and play him next to Jimmy Butler, that would also be insane. I think the Heat now need a point guard. I don't think they have a point guard at the moment. The Celtics suck. Okay. Are the Lakers dumb for waiting for Kawhi or wanting role players off the bench? If you get Kawhi Leonard, you obviously do it. I mean, if the guy says, I want to sign here, you're not going to say no, it's Kawhi Leonard. But my opinion, they should go out and they should sign a bench. I've said that multiple times. 2 more questions here. Suns taking the biggest L in this year's free agency. I guess they kind of are, but I mean, I feel like the only target really for them was like D'Angelo Russell, and I don't think they really wanted him, so what are you going to do about that? 2 more questions. I've answered where D'Lo is going, in my opinion. The rest of that. Justice Winslow is a point guard. Thank you for that comment. Injury prone. That's a great one. I know Julius Randle is on the Knicks, but when you're assumed to be getting Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and Zion Williamson this offseason and you end up with Julius Randle, that's a pretty big L of an offseason. I think, in my opinion, in most people's opinion, I would assume most would agree. Any big plans for the 4th of July? I'm going to upload a video if you're looking for that. It should be a good 4th, though. I hope you all have a good 4th. I'll definitely I might have a 4th of July rebuild coming out. If you guys want to see that, I kind of have an idea for that, and I think it would be pretty cool. So if you guys want to see that, tweet at me. something like that. Answer one of my tweets. And we'll do one more. Besides somebody saying the Celtics are trash and they have more championships than whatever pointless, worthless franchise you root for. Let's see. I'm gonna let a few more load in, pick which one will be the best, and then I'll get going. But again, thank you guys all so much for coming out. I know it's late for some of you. I don't think any of you have school tomorrow. It's literally already July. It's July in an hour and 45 minutes. But yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. Last question is going to be Kelly Oubre agreed to the Pelicans? I don't know. I didn't get one. Random thought. That's a good question from Dylan Blowers. Really random thought. What do you think the Thunder should be doing this offseason? They re-signed Nerlens Noel. That was a really good signing. I really wanted Nerlens Noel in Boston. He's from Massachusetts. He played his high school basketball in Massachusetts, and I really think he would have been a good fit here on like our mid-level exception. But I think other than that, for the Thunder, work on a Bradley Beal trade. That would be the number one thing I could honestly say for you to do. That would be smart. I don't think you're going to really be able to get a third star anywhere else. Paul George and Russell Westbrook alone are not going to be competing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. If you get that third star in there like a Bradley Beal, then you have a much better chance you can be a top 3 seed in the Western Conference. So, thank you guys all so much for coming out. Free agency is obviously still underway. Klay back to the Warriors. Did Kelly Oubre actually? Okay, I have no idea. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. Go follow me on Twitter again. Links in the description. Subscribe to me on YouTube if you guys do not. I'm sure most of you do. Thank you guys all for coming out to the live stream. It's kind of a last minute thing. Go ahead, enjoy the rest of your night. Happy free agency, folks. And I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's rebuild.